Man, I never thought I'd see the day that critics and audiences actually finally agree on a film. Cheers to that. I just got out of Obsession. Let's talk about the good, let's talk about the bad, let's talk about the ugly. And I do mean ugly because this movie is surprisingly gruesome. This film is directed and actually written by Curry Barker, who makes a lot of little YouTube and social media skits essentially that are both comedy, and I think he's done some horror films as well. Regardless, his talent really comes to life in this film, and there's definitely a lot of him spread out throughout the film, and I think there's even a cameo with him on a phone call between him and the main character. Truthfully, what really made this movie so special and so good is that it's so personal to so many people. This touches on a topic that I think everyone has gone through. This film definitely seems to rely on whatever the viewer's knowledge is of what it means to be entangled with possessiveness, insecurities, as well as codependency and desperation, and not only what it means to be entangled with them as yourself, but also the destruction that it can cause to the people around you. And at times it is very straightforward and even funny, but underneath all that, there's some really heavy themes and heavy tones that might be overlooked if you haven't experienced those emotions. And I'm going to try to keep this as spoiler-free as I possibly can, but the biggest standout of this movie is how phenomenal the main actress is. She is incredible. The way she brings the heat to this role is just beyond me. It's something, it's kind of concerning because it makes me think she might be some of these things in real life, which I doubt she is, but regardless, that's how good she is in this movie. And the guy who plays Baron, or Bear as he goes by in the movie, he plays a really good, lost, insecure gentleman who's just trying to be the nice guy and ultimately just kind of getting shut down. And honestly, he plays it depressingly well. I say that because, yeah, he's kind of the reflection of what a lot of us have gone through, how we let the insecurities completely destroy us, only this movie takes it to an extreme. And I want to say about the first 30 minutes of the movie take its time to kind of ramp up. You don't exactly know where it's going, and honestly, I kind of thought it was going to be like this horror love story, and in a way it kind of is, but it's also darker than I had thought it was going to be. I kind of, when I finished the movie, basically, I was like, how did we go from here and end up here? And I mean that in the best of ways, because this movie is just a roller coaster. Once it takes off, you're along for the ride, you're wincing, you're cringing, you don't want to watch, but you want to watch at the same time. It's the mystery behind everything that's going on in the movie. See, a lot of aspects of this movie are heavily driven on the lighting or the inability to show someone's face. Basically, you don't know what's actually happening, and just the creep or the mystery factor keeps you on the edge of your seat, and you're just like, you don't know what to essentially expect in the next frame. And lo and behold, yeah, some of those are absolutely going to take you by surprise. You might even expect it, and guess what? You're still going to scream, and everybody behind you is going to laugh. I'm not talking from personal experience or anything. No, but seriously, this film has arguably the best jump scare I've ever seen in a movie. I expected it to happen. I really did. But I was sitting there thinking, it could happen this way. It could come from this angle. It could happen like this. It could also happen like this. But I don't know if they're going to take it that far. And then lo and behold, they take it that far and then some. And it just completely took me by surprise. And yeah, people behind me were definitely laughing because I'm pretty sure I've just screamed uncontrollably. A grown-ass man. Yeah, let's not get into it. There's also an element of this film that feels very confronting. Essentially, you know how characters move in the background and stuff like that, and the main characters aren't really aware of it? This movie doesn't hold back in that sense, where the main characters see everything that's actually happening, and for some reason that just elevates the horror that's actually happening before you, because it's oh, there's no holding back. This is just right here, right now. This is happening. How does this person actually handle it? And honestly, Bear, the main character, when he sees these things, he acts almost essentially how I would act. He's a little dumber though. And that brings us to the only problem I really had with the movie, and there always has to be one problem, right? Is at what point would you decide that, you know what? I'm going to at least try to make a run for it. But then again, there's that conflicting aspect of everything where it's well, I kind of have what I wanted, but at the same time, it's pretty toxic, but still I have what I wanted. So I get the conflict there, because a lot of us, again, have been in that boat. That's the personal note of it all, where it's hey, be careful what you wish for, but also you're going to get what you wish for, but also there's a catch. What that catch is, I'm not really going to tell you because I feel like that's tipping on spoiler alert. But regardless, go see the movie to find out. This is one of those movies where you walk out of the theater and you immediately think to yourself, wow, I'm not going to be able to focus on anything for the next 3 days, and the next movie I watch is never going to compare to what I just witnessed. Obsession is hands down 100% all certified and worth your time. And I don't mean worth your time at home. Get to the theaters and watch this movie, because the combination of sound design and just cinematography and direction that this movie has, it is best going to benefit you watching it in the dark, in the theater, and sharing those moments with the other people. Because, hey, you might get a grown-ass man screaming in front of you just like people behind me did. And then just to kind of wrap this up, essentially think about a movie that doesn't hold back. Is it actually going to go there? And the answer is yes. Yes, it goes there. It goes to places that maybe you can imagine or that you're thinking of, but you don't think that they'll push it that far. Yes, it pushes it that far. And honestly, for that reason exactly, I cannot wait for Curry Barker's next project. And I hear that he's already gotten the green light for his ghost hunting adventure. So if you have seen Obsession, let me know in the comments below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you one of the 12% of crazy people who didn't like it for whatever reason? And are you looking forward to Curry Barker's next project? It is a phenomenal time to become an independent filmmaker. Is this what you're passionate about? Definitely get into it right now. Start making skits. We have more opportunity right now than ever. This is it, guys. If you want your opportunity to be a filmmaker, take it. And as always, go ahead and like and subscribe for more movies that are worth your money and, more importantly, Oz certified and worth your time. Till next time, Oz out.